All right, peanut butter. Go ahead, close the laptops for me. All right, so just a quick recap here on connotations and denotations. I know we've seen this before, but I really want to make sure we understand this in totality before next week. So we have two words here on the board. The first word is, can we read this for me? And the second one is now. Which one would you be like to be referred to as? Would you be like to be referred to as a youthful child or an immature child? Both of these mean you're young, right? But why does one of them hurt your feelings? Yeah, there we go. Yes, whereas youthful, immature comes with the childish things that we don't like about kids. They have poor emotional regulation. They need you for everything. But youthful means you're full of life, you're full of energy, you're young, you're vibrant, your whole future's ahead of you. This is a good thing. All right. This basically, y'all, is connotations and denotations. So let's go over connotations first. What's up? So denotation, can someone read this for me? Bella? The strict dictionary meaning of a word. So if I ask you the denotation, I'm literally asking you what it means, not what I meant. I'm asking you what does this literally mean. So that is denotation. Connotation, someone else, try Tay. Good. So the emotional and imaginative associations surrounding a word. So these are all the feelings that come with the word. All right. Let's say we have dictionary definition, we have plump, we have the word fat. All right. So these can be used in different connotations. All right. Plump, full, round, fat, still full, round, but one of them is meant to compliment, one is meant to degrade, one is meant to give a description, one is meant to insult. All right. Both mean the same thing. One is nice, one is nasty. One is positive, one is negative. All right. You may live in a house, but we live in a home. Well, what would you think if I said that to you, Daniel? You may live in a house, but we over here, we live in a home. We smoke cookies. The air is on. My favorite show is on. We're family. The dog is walking around. We live in a home. What was that? Yeah. So you're implying that my home is more joyful. Well, what else? What are the other implications here? Yeah. We're on the right path. We're on the right path. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. So you say, I have a family, I have a community over there. You're lonely, ain't no food, ain't no AC, ain't no TV. That's just a house. You just live in four squares with a shelter. We live in a home. All right. So the connotation is my home is much more homier than yours. All right. Let's talk about some more. We bought inexpensive souvenirs. We bought cheap souvenirs. Raise your hand if you believe inexpensive and cheap mean the same thing. All right. Why is one of these negative? Why is one of these positive? Let's try someone new. Caitlin, what about inexpensive? Excellent. So inexpensive, you say I found something that's good, something that I want, but it didn't cost a lot. When we buy something cheap, it don't cost a lot of money, and the quality is horrible. It's cheap, right? So if I say I have some inexpensive shoes on, cool. If I have some cheap shoes on, it's probably gonna break in about 30 days. All right, good. Next one. Everyone had a smirk on their faces on the ride home. Everyone had a smile on their faces on the way home. Do both of these actions involve smiling? They do, right? So one is a nice smile and one is like a mean smile. You ever seen somebody with a mean smirk on their face? Like it's like an evil smile, right? So we have a smile that says, "Hey, I'm happy for you." or a smile that says, "Hey, I'm so happy everything is going terribly for you." All right, so that's what a smirk is. All right, negative, positive. Let's go. I ate a soggy sandwich. Can we change this to positive? Okay, well, yeah. Do you like moist sandwich? I still don't feel right in my spirit. Well, yeah. It needs to be similar, a synonym, right? It needs to be similar. Yeah. We'll change the sandwich to burger. Do we want a soggy burger? No. Or do we want a juicy burger? We want the juice from the pickles, from the beef, from the bacon, from the sauce, right? But if it's soggy, what does that imply? The bread is wet. It's gonna stick to the roof of your mouth. It's a horrible burger experience. We don't want that, right? That's why soggy is the perfect word, right? All right. You look a little bit odd today, or you look really weird. All right. Let's take the offense test. If I say you look a little bit odd today, would you be offended? Show of hands. If I said, hey, real quick, hey, you look really weird today. Okay, so we have more offense. So a little odd is a little bit stronger than really weird. So we'll take a little bit odd if you don't want to offend your friends. Okay, let's go over a few. Average and mediocre. Both of those means you're just in the middle of the road. All right, let's use somebody as an example and promise not to get your feelings hurt. Matthew is an average student, or Matthew is a mediocre student. Both means he's in the middle of the road. Which one? Which one is a better description? With a positive description. Which one? And if you want to really hurt his feelings, which one would you say? Yeah. All right. So we already used an example of childish and childlike. All right. Spit and saliva. Spit and saliva. All right. What if you found some spit in your burger? Huh? Or some right? Well, in this context, does finding saliva in your burger make it any better? But does it sound better? It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. But they're both the same thing. One just sounds a little bit more. All right, peanut butter. One just sounds more grotesque. All right. Yes. All right. Antique or old fashioned. What do we? Antique is positive, right? So what are some positive antique things? Yeah. All right. Antique jerseys. What else we got in there? Antique that are good. Yeah. Jewelry. Yeah. Christian. Was that? Paintings. Yeah. Very valuable. Juliana. Vases. Yeah. Vases. Yeah. Malia. Clothes. Vintage clothes. Tia. Cards. Yeah. Antique cards. Okay, so when we say old fashioned, this is the negative. We usually describe who as old fashioned. Old people, our parents, our grandparents. Why do we call them old fashioned? All right, peanut butter. Show of hands. So why do we think they're old fashioned? Some examples. I need to hear it for the camera. Gerald. And not just older, they believe certain things, right? Certain things they may not understand about your generation, right? Yeah. One at a time, we need to hear it. They dress older. Is it about what they wear though, or is it about their beliefs that really get you guys? So yeah. So the mindset is different. Good. All right. A little bit too much talking peanut butter. All right, connotation, opposite of denotation. Denotation means what? Can anybody remind us? Denotation, the dictionary definition, thank you. The implied meaning is not what you say, is what you're trying to say on the low. It's what you're trying to say behind the scenes that you won't say out loud. Maybe favorable or unfavorable. So you can choose. If you want to lift somebody up, you use a positive connotation. You want to break them down, use the negative connotation. All right. The blank of apple blossoms filled the entire valley. Raise a hand if you believe this is a positive or a negative connotation for a sentence. Positive. The apple blossoms filled the entire valley. Do we choose a positive connotation for this or a negative? Okay. So, show of hands. Which one? Show of hands for odor. The odor of apple blossoms filled the entire valley. The fragrance of apple blossoms filled the entire valley. Good, because both of these we're still smelling them, but one of them is foul, one of them is sweet smelling. Next one, a blank of bees filled the air near the hive. All right, show of hands for a swarm. Show of hands for a swarm. Make sure you pay attention. Table 5. Show of hands for bunch. All right. All right, let's go over tone right now. So, your tone is very important, especially when you talk to people. So, what the tone is, the emotion behind the sound of your voice. Like you're screaming, you sound patient, you sound impatient, you sound angry, you sound mad, you sound sweet, you sound. So, this is all the tone. It's the way you color your voice. What was that? I didn't see that. Okay. Word choice. Just going to go over a few of these. Let's do table 1. Immature and youthful. Pick one and give me a scenario. So, positive. Which one is positive? Youthful. And can you give me a youthful trait? What's a youthful trait? What's a trait that says you have youth? Anyone? What was that? I can't hear you. Youth means young. What are traits of being young? You don't have to tell me that they're young, but what are traits of being youthful? Huh? Not more regal. So when you're young, you have more opportunities. You're more childlike, more innocence, right? That's what youthful means. All right, let's go to table 2. Choose a connotation. Limit or restrict. Which one is positive? Limit. Okay. Why is it positive over restrict? Okay, I'll take that. Very good. Next one. Table 3. Filthy and dirty. All right. So you know your mom means two different things. If she comes in here, she says, "Honey, it's dirty in here," or she comes in here, she says, "Honey, it's filthy in here." All right. Good. Number table 4. Stingy, thrifty. Stingy. All right. Why is it negative? One at a time. One person has to speak at a time. Yes. You do not want to share versus thrifty, which what does it mean to be thrifty? What do you think, Tia? Yeah, similar. Yeah, it means you're good with your money, right? You're good at finding things that are affordable. You're good at finding what you need for an affordable price. All right, good. Cluttered and messy. Table 5. What do we think is the more negative one? Think about it for a second. Cluttered. All right. Cluttered or messy? Do we agree that cluttered is the negative one? No, not quite. I would think messy, right? So cluttered, it just means you have a few things to clear out the way. Messy, it means this is an all-day project. This is an all-day project. All right. Believe one more. Let's bring it back to table 1. Unusual and weird. Unusual is the more. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry for the interruption. I need Derica Gregory to check out, please.
Okay. All right. Bye, Derek.
18.
Yep. Let's bring it back. Table 1, unusual and weird. Which one of those are a little bit more hurtful? Weird. All right. Why is it more? That's fine. You can leave it right there. Why is it more offensive than unusual? They both mean the same things, right? Okay. A little bit louder. All right. So one just sounds more rude, right? Unusual just means something is out of place. Weird just means what is wrong with you, right? It sounds more judgmental. All right. Good. Now everybody, go ahead and grab your worksheets as we go over what we're about to do right now. You're pretty much going to read the passage, and you'll see a group of synonyms, right? Just two synonyms. They both mean the same thing. One of them is positive, one is negative. See you later, Derka. Just make sure it fits. Peanut butter. Please do not talk while I'm giving instructions. You'll see the two pairs of synonyms. One of them is supposed to match the context of the sentence. The context of the sentence is either negative or positive. All right? So the goal today is to be able to like distinguish negative from positive context. Let's go ahead and go over the first one. Lauren loved to blank in school activities. The context of that, does it feel negative or positive, Gerald? Positive. So we're going to choose the word that is positive. Is it participate or medal, Amora? Participate. Good. Let's do the second one. Listen, she was a blank girl, but when she got to know people, she was quite blank. All right. So the first part is that negative or positive. Introverted means you prefer to keep to yourself. You have small groups of friends. You're rather reserved. All right. Whereas extroverted is the opposite. You have a lot of friends. You're always talking to people. You're always outgoing. All right. So is her being a little introverted a bad thing? No, that's just her personality type. What about antisocial? That one is negative. That means you're actively avoiding people. You're actively not engaging with people. All right. So she was an introverted and blank girl, but when she got to know people, she was quite blank. What's the second one? Shy. All right. But when she got to know people, please raise your hand before you say something. But when she got to know people, she was quite blank. Melina? Shaddy, please raise your hand before you say something. Thank you. All right, next sentence. Her blank frame and blank muscles made her well suited for the gymnastics team, and her blank intellect was a great help to the chess club. Let's start with the first one. Please raise your hand before you say anything. Her blank frame, Mariella. Petite frame. All right. And blank muscles made her well suited for the gymnastics team. Second one, Bella. Powerful muscles made her well suited for the gymnastics team. And her blank intellect, Cameron, her haughty intellect, not quite, Gerald. Her superior intellect was a great help to the chess club. All right, go ahead and complete the rest of those. Wait, can we go over the next one, please? The next one, yes, we can. 1 second. All right, so now remember, while denotation is the literal textbook definition, it's the emotions of the word. So you're trying to read the emotions of the sentence before you decide the word. So please analyze the sentence first, and you decide if this needs negative connotation words or positive connotation words. All right, so the next one. Since Lauren was always looking for things to do and was blank to help her friend, she decided to blank a fitness club. So she's always looking to help someone. Does this feel positive or negative? Yeah, it feels positive, right? So willing or eager? Willing or eager? Yeah, eager, right? So if you always want to help your friend, willing means you'll do it if somebody asks you. Eager means you're excited to do it. All right, either way it's going to get done. One person is doing it because they're asked. Another person is excited to be there. All right, Since Lauren was looking for things to do and was eager to help her friend, she decided to blank a fitness club. All right. Does this feel negative or positive? Still positive. So institute or create? Create. Very good. Well, let's just wrap up the first paragraph. Several students joined the club, which met after school twice a week. In no time, Margaret was not only blank, but more blank as well. So several students joined the club, which met after school twice a week, and we're talking about the fitness club. In no time, Margaret was not only blank, but more blank as well. Context, positive or negative? The connotation. Okay. So Margaret was not only blank. Show of hands. Who got that one? Daniel. Margaret was not only uh, fit or healthy. Let's vote on this one. Show of hands for healthy. And show of hands for fit. All right, we'll take fit. Fit is good. Okay, so not only was she was fit, but she was more. Was she more arrogant or was she more confident? Um, Trayvon, confident, right? She was more confident. Both of these means you believe in yourself. One of them is you're trying to downplay others. One of them is you get all that internally. All right, let's go ahead and we'll work on that for a few more minutes. Yes. You're done? Okay. All right, perfect. Which one? Eager? Yeah, that's fine. You can go ahead and fix that if you want. So real quick, this whole I'm talking, can anyone um, help me tell me how do you identify the connotation of a sentence before you choose the word? How do you identify if it's positive or negative? Yeah. Good. So you're feeling the energy of the sentence, right? That makes sense. What about if I ask you how to decide out of the synonyms which connotation to use? How do you decide one of them is mean, or how do you decide one of them is negative or rude or yeah? Juliana, if it feels positive or feels negative. Okay. What do you think? Understand the context of the word, but also you should all understand the other part, which is the denotation, right? Yes. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah. So think about how you'd feel if somebody used that word in your direction, or use that word to describe you, or use that word at you. So that's perfect. That's how you decide. All right, let's work on that for a few more minutes. Yes. Once you're done, go ahead and drop that off in the workstation.